Number 10.
So right away, he doesn't even do an intro. He just jumps right into the freaking thing, which I kind of admire because I just hate those YouTubers that go like, okay, well, here we go, alright, well, okay, here we go, alright, well, okay, and, yeah, alright, and then, oh, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, let's get 5,000 million likes and 4 dislikes, because, you know, you gotta get that other side, so, so like the video, dislike it, I don't freaking care. What is it? Comment your favorite ice cream color, and do a backflip while you're at it, and subscribe to my other homies, J Chisel, K Chisel, V Chisel, and then L. Yeah, there's no Jizzle or Tizzle because he's stupid. So yeah, yeah, okay, wait a second, I forgot, I gotta get my plushie.
Ebola. The Simpsons family predicted the March 2014 Ebola outbreak that has now gone down as the largest outbreak of Ebola in the history of West Africa. While in a 1997 episode of The Simpsons, Marge holds up a book for her audience, hinting at the outbreak entitled Curious George and the Ebola virus.
And okay, so because this book says Ebola virus, that doesn't mean in like, oh, in 5 years there's gonna be an Ebola virus. Oh my god, oh no. But, you know, no.
Also at the same time, Bart, her son, frantically points to a picture representing him in bed and dying from Ebola. Who would have believed the Simpsons would have predicted the biggest Ebola outbreak to hit mankind? Okay,
so this picture, how does this represent him lying in bed and dying from Ebola? He's like floating in freaking midair and being stabbed. Like, how is that related to Ebola? And he's being rained on, so how's he in bed? And see, you're a retard. I'm just gonna have to flat out say that you're a retard.
Number 9. 9/11. Okay, we all remember 9/11, September 11th, 2001, when Islamic extremist groups associated with Al-Qaeda allegedly hijacked 4 airliners and carried out suicide attacks in the United States. 2 of the planes were flown into the towers of the World Trade Center in New York City. A 3rd plane hit the Pentagon just outside Washington, D.C., and the 4th plane crashed in a field in Pennsylvania. Well, in an episode of The Simpsons entitled New York City Against Homer, The Simpsons might have known about this tragic event before it was going to happen. Lisa, Bart's sister, can be seen reading a magazine in the episode, showing a bold number 9, alongside 2 buildings symbolizing the number 11, right on the front page.
Okay, so I already heard about this 9/11 prediction thing, and I think it's pretty stupid how, like, a magazine could have the Twin Towers representing 11, because the 11 inside of it, that doesn't mean 11, it's just the Twin Towers, that's it.
Okay, let me just
Push
jump in
yourself
here.
over, jump the cliff.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump in here with your argument. See,
Okay.
all those like 9/11 things have the Twin Towers representing 11, but just because it says 9 and it has like the Twin Towers next to it, that doesn't mean freaking 9/11. It's just a 9 in 2 buildings. See,
Yeah.
how are they predicting it? Like, it's not like they have like this time travel that goes like, oh, you Twin Towers.
Number 8. Stealing grease. Grease is used in a variety of industries, mainly the food business. In an episode of The Simpsons that was aired in 1998, entitled Lard of the Dance, the father and son duo, Homer and Bart, enter the Springfield cafeteria in search of grease to help them in the grease-selling business. Oddly enough, over 10 years later in 2011, there was reports of more than $3,000 worth of used grease being stolen from Bobby Tessler's St. Louis Wings Co. in Rock Hill, Missouri. The reason for this is that the used oil can be converted very easily into yellow grease, a commodity used to make biodiesel. It could just be a coincidence that 13 years beforehand, The Simpsons knew this was going to happen. But then again, we'll never know.
You guys might be watching these other shows like South Park that would always joke around about The Simpsons doing everything. that one episode where was it this one character was trying to do these crazy things, but everyone's all saying, "Oh, the Simpsons already did that." Well, this is one of those things. Like, yeah, why wouldn't you steal grease to do grease stuff in grease things? Like, it's still not predicting crap.
There's a whole bunch of things The Simpsons jokes about. Like, for one, why would you think, like, off the bat, why would the creators think that, oh yeah, in the future, people are going to be stupid enough that if they didn't commit suicide by then they have nothing else to do with their life. They're going to go over and steal grease for no reason. Why would someone do that? Like, why would they think that?
Number 6. The Lemon Tree. This might be far-fetched, but what are the odds that The Simpsons would have predicted someone stealing a lemon tree? Come on now, who would do such a thing? Well, in 1995, during an episode of The Simpsons titled Lemons of Troy, kids from Shelbyville were accused of stealing a prized lemon tree from Springfield that carried great sentimental value for the long-standing community. However, it wasn't long after that in 2013 when in Houston a bizarre theft in the Oak Forest neighborhood happened, and it left neighbors scratching their heads. Well, yeah, you guessed it. Someone stole a lemon tree from that community as well.
Back at it with The Simpsons do everything. The Simpsons do everything. It's just a fact. They've been running for how many years? I don't know. I'm gonna have to research it. See, stealing a lemon tree, that's just something that, like, could happen. That just someone could happen. Like, someone could steal a banana from their neighbor's house. And if there's a show that actually had that happen, people are gonna go, oh my god, they predicted the future, oh my god. But yeah, see, I just disagree. Do you want to jump in at all?
Yes, I want to say that, again, just like Justin said, the Simpsons, I've watched them for surprisingly longer than you would think. Ever since I was 6, I've been watching them. And I actually kind of remember that episode, but, like, I do not think that someone would just take a lemon tree after Simpsons and like, why would they predict a lemon tree? Why would a lemon tree be such a big deal to steal? Is it like world climax or something? Is something bad happening because lemon trees are short or something? Because lemons aren't really that good. So why would they predict that, out of all things?
Number 5. Farmville. If you have a Facebook account, you've probably played, seen, or gotten countless annoying notifications from friends for Farmville before, no doubt. This farming game lets players cultivate their farms by plowing, planting, and even caring for their farm animals like cows and chickens. Well, The Simpsons predicted this game craze in a 1998 episode called Bart Carney, where it showed viewers a game called Yardwork Simulator. This same game could have fueled the Facebook game craze we know today as Farmville, which was the top game by daily active users on Facebook between August 2009 and December 2010.
How is Yardwork Simulator predicting the Farmville game? Because the Facebook Farmville game was just a game about farming, which is actually kind of popular when it was first made. Farming games was popular when that was made, is what I'm just trying to point out. And so they decided to make that, but it doesn't mean sense for a game called Yardwork Simulator to be called to predict the future of that.
And plus, how is this any close to Farmville? This is a freaking virtual reality thing. Farmville is a phone game. Are you kidding me?
And a computer game.
Like, you know the game Bully? There's a part where you have to freaking, mow a lawn. And freaking, I can just say, oh, Yardwork Simulator predicted that because, you're working on a yard and stuff like that, and you're just... Oh, and plus, Farmer Simulator? Like, they just had to say Farmville. Like, it would be closer to Farmer Simulator than Farmville, like, right?
Number 4. Wrecking Ball. Okay, this prediction might be a shocker and a little far-fetched, but The Simpsons never cease to amaze us with their jaw-dropping predictions. In a 1994 episode of The Simpsons, Homer actually predicted and may have inspired the American singer Miley Cyrus's hit, entitled Wrecking Ball, which received numerous favorable reviews from music critics and listeners. Amazingly, Homer had predicted this #1 US Billboard Hot 100 single many years beforehand. It held the #1 position on the music chart for many weeks. Can you believe the single sold more than 3 million copies in the United States alone?
So I can see how Homer being stuck to the ball can go like, oh, he did Simpsons predicted Wrecking Ball, oh, Miley Cyrus, kiss me now. So...
What was that?
It's just me being retarded. Homer is not even writing the Wrecking Ball right. He's like stuck to it like but Miley Cyrus, she's writing it like a freaking bowl, like she's like sexually attracted to that Wrecking Ball. See, like.
Number 3. GMO food. Approximately 17 years ago, The Simpsons suffered from mutated tomatoes due to a nuclear plant. Interestingly enough, in 2013, Japan found themselves also with the exact same problem from the Fukushima disaster 2 years earlier. When a disaster from Japan's Fukushima nuclear plant found its way into the vegetable food chain, it caused bizarre deformities and lumps in tomatoes. How coincidental, The Simpsons predicted this so many years ahead. What made this even more interesting is that both instances involved tomatoes and many other foods. But then again, don't get me wrong, if you're watching this video, you most likely have eaten GMO foods also. Go ahead, just look up Monsanto.
So, you know what, I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna say, just kill yourself. Mind chop, just do it.
Number 2. Horse meat. In a 1994 episode of The Simpsons, an elementary school cafeteria staff member can be seen searching a metal drum of assorted horse parts, with a label on it saying more testicles, while she prepares lunch for the kids. Maybe she was in the middle of preparing a broth or a stew, but what is clear is that horse meat was being consumed. Now, all this happened before the UK's Burger King horse meat scandal back in 2013, where Burger King in fact admitted that it is possible that some of its burgers sold at the time were in fact tainted with horse meat.
Okay, so I want to say something about this horse meat stupid stuff. So, yes, I get it. Like, oh yeah, on The Simpsons, they were the first people to be discovered, like, about making jokes about horse meat and how it's never used. Well, what if, before that, like, maybe there was places using horse meat before that, but no one knew because, of course, people thought back then that, oh yeah, horse meat's disgusting. But anyways, people used it because they were running out of beef. And then Burger King finally announced it first.
Number 1. Donald Trump. Now, this one is a little creepy if you ask me. Not only did The Simpsons predict Trump would run for president, but from the looks of the building in the episode, it looks very similar to the one Donald Trump was in when he went down the escalator in real life. It was the Trump Tower. Also, it shows the same waving hand motion. During this episode of The Simpsons, there are numerous other similarities also. But wait, there's more. Later on, it shows that the country fell into massive debt following his presidential term. Now, believe me when I say this, I definitely don't want this to become true. The USA's current debt situation is bad enough. They definitely don't need more.
Off.
Wow, they predicted Trump. Yay. Trump might have was like, oh wow, this is inspirational for me. I might actually run for president. And plus, I saw this one video. If you watch one of my older videos, there's a part where I was doing my outro, and then I was watching this YouTube video, and the guy says, "Mr. Trump, I think you should run for president." And then I was like, oh my god, he told Trump to run for president. It's kind of the same for The Simpsons. So, and plus the Trump Tower escalator, that's actually pretty cool. I like that. I actually saw the video comparing the two, and it was really similar. But don't you think Trump saw the episode and was like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I waved my hand and put a thumbs up, like, just like that, and then, like, the guy in the background was like, oh my god, wouldn't it be funny if I drop the sign, just like in The Simpsons, blah 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 blah, and you see inspiration.
I guess that's true.
So here's the main lesson of this video. Mind chop, kill yourself. But in all seriousness, please don't. I don't want to get sued. Please.
No one likes to be sued, especially on Mondays.
So hope you few people that watched this liked it. Like me rant about some things about Trump and Simpsons, and yeah.